In the last video, I introduced you to the idea of electric power, what it is and where it comes from, and how we can actually make decisions in order to reduce the amount of electric power that we use. But electric power is also something that we can calculate, and we can figure out how much power a circuit is going to need. So one of the things that we learned previously was Ohm's law, and while learning Ohm's law, we learned about the current and we learned about the voltage. Now, in a circuit, we can also measure the power, what we deem P. Keep in mind, each of these has its own units. Current is measured in amps, voltage is measured in volts, and power is measured in watts and gets the abbreviation capital W. When we want to calculate power in a circuit, the power in a circuit is actually the current of the circuit multiplied by the voltage of that circuit. As with Ohm's law, we can rearrange this equation to solve for different things. You could solve for voltage by taking the power divided by the current, or you could solve the current by taking the power divided by the voltage. One thing you may see once in a while is people may draw a triangle for these little 3-variable equations. And they're just a shortcut to help some people remember how to rearrange these equations. And the way that we would set this one up is like this: P, V, and I. Whatever we want to solve, we actually just cover up in here. If we wanted to solve for power, we cover up power, and we're left with voltage beside current. Well, that's the same as voltage multiplied by current. If we wanted to solve voltage, we cover up voltage, and we're left with power over top of current, which is like power divided by current. And the same thing for current, you cover it up, power divided by voltage. Now, it's much better if you can actually do the algebra to solve this, but if algebra is something you struggle with, then perhaps this little triangle is an easy way to help you understand it. Now, one thing we also need to be able to do, as well as know this formula and rearrange it, we need to be able to use it to help us solve some problems. So let's take a look at how we would do that. So here is our example. It says a circuit requires 12 volts and 3.0 amps. How much power does it use? So the question is actually asking us how much power. So that means that power is the thing we're trying to solve. The other things that we learned is in the question, it gives us 3.0 amps. That has to be our current because amps is a measurement of current. And it has to be 12 volts because volts are a measurement of volts. So we're going to use our power formula to solve P equals I times V. I is 3.0 amps, V 12 volts. After we do our calculation, we are going to get 36 watts. We need to keep two significant figures because we have two significant figures in all of our numbers. So you can see using the power equation is a lot like using the Ohm's law equation. It just has some different variables. It's just a 3-variable equation. Power equals current times voltage. Read your question carefully, put in your values, sort out your information, and you should be able to get your answer every time. Thanks for watching.